after a long hiatus, it's another Lunch with Jimbo. Hell, I forgot what number it is. Should I just give the date or what?
I think it's 7.
You think? Okay, I'll go with that. Number 7. Here again, if you can't tell by the background music, the world famous Del Rio.
Go ahead and give you that one. I'll think about it.
That's cool.
No, I'll owe you one.
Okay. Whatever you think.
I thought you were looking for change, but
No, I'm looking for a place for it.
yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Anyway, Jumbo, what's on the menu for Lunch with Jumbo? Other than I'm not talking about the food. Maybe I should say the program.
Conversation.
Yeah. What's up today?
Well, I don't know. There should be a lot of things, shouldn't there?
You said next time you wanted me to remind you something about Dempsey's daughter or something.
Oh, yeah. If we were going to readdress the Dempseyism type thing, I have to think about this for a minute.
Okay. Well, I thought you'd be prepared. No?
Well,
It's not a test.
Yes, it is.
well, all the teachers there where his daughter was going to school, would have lunch together.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, like about any school.
So they're sitting there eating lunch, and this one teacher says, I have a problem. Maybe you guys can help me with it. Pretty early in the school year.
Okay.
And then I said, okay. She said, well, the student's mom called me last night and was all upset. And I said, well, what's your problem? And she said, well, my daughter said she was studying for this test that was coming up. And we can't find out what she said you guys were studying, let's see, what do they call it? Suffrage.
Suffrage.
Said you guys were
Really?
studying suffrage. And I can't find anything about that in the book that she's got.
Yeah.
And she said, I think it's pretty unfair that you're having a test on something that isn't even in the book. And she said, well,
Thank you. There you go, Joe.
okay. She said, I don't know
Sorry.
what prompted her to think that. Or,
We have the Dr.
There's a-
Pepper here. Diet Coke. Unsweet.
thank you.
Coke.
And Coke, thank you.
You're welcome. We don't know what we'd like to order. We still need a few more moments. Look
Are we
at the
ready?
menu.
Okay, put your story on
Are
pause,
you
Jim.
ready? Laura. I have the carnitas, no sour cream, and no jalapenos.
Carnitas, what kind of sauce?
Queso.
The orange salad.
Mandarin orange salad.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The lunch pasta, grilled chicken, in queso, and no peppers.
No peppers. Okay.
He'll tell you what I want. Probably.
Well, let's see. Dos enchiladas, spinach,
Spinach,
in
yeah.
queso, rice and beans. Is
That probably,
that- Okay.
that sounds like a meal to you or
For you.
something you can do anyway.
If somebody else can use that, if you'll give it to them.
No, what the hell is this?
God,
What?
it's dose.
It's Ghost.
Dose.
Oh,
Didn't he say those?
the Dos.
It's not
Dos.
Well,
Uno dos.
You gotta remember, I've been listening to Diction a lot
Oh,
lately.
okay. No, that's crap. Okay, now, so the
so-
parents talking about suffrage, or trying to help the student learn about suffrage across
yeah,
the
couldn't
teacher,
find anything in the book about
Okay.
it. So,
and thinks it's unfair,
Yeah.
and is venting her frustration upon the teacher.
right.
Okay.
So,
Is this Dempsey that's called?
no, it's just, well,
It's with what?
his Dempsey's What?
Oh, his wife gets called.
Does that
Okay.
look like a malfunction to you?
It does like a malfunction at
That's
the
not going
junction.
to work, I don't think.
Here.
Well, I don't know that I want.
No.
Well, all right then. I was
that
saying,
thing.
hell,
Well, I mean, you make it irregular
A
and then
knife?
be all over the place.
where's Cedric the Entertainer?
So, I've never seen that happen before. To my knowledge.
You know, didn't I get one on a straw like that was closed at the end? Sometime earlier this
Did
year.
you eat it here too?
Was it here?
I think so.
Yeah. That
Well,
must have
I
been,
can see how when it's sealed, that it may have caught it.
that
But
must have been the time they was trying to give me the sweet tea all damn evening long.
That's exactly right.
anyway, if you're listening, I got a straw that only had one opening.
Yeah.
So, just to explain that. So, the teacher said, well, I sat there and thought about it for a while. And I said,
Dwelled on it.
I said, well, that test isn't going to be over suffrage, it's going to be over heritage.
Well, that's a little bit of difference there.
Then everything was okay. And everybody started laughing at the table. And this is their teacher,
Yeah.
And she said, what's so funny? She said, this child that you're talking about isn't named Dempsey, is it? She said, yeah, why is that funny? He said, you're in for a long year.
Yeah. So is Dempsey's wife just like him in that? In the Dempseyisms?
Oh, it's his daughter.
Yeah, but he said it was the wife that called.
Well, but you know,
Oh,
she
her
could have
daughter
a
told
reason.
her.
It was the
Okay.
daughter that screwed it up,
Oh, the daughter
It just
told the
occurred to me who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got it now.
chicken cold blue.
Yeah. I thought,
That's
what
better.
are you talking about? Then after that, that told me everything I need to know. Am I cooking it?
You know, I rubbed my knee and it felt like there's something wet down there. I don't know if I'd spilled a queso on it or something. Well, what happened to the man? Jumbo, you ain't gonna get no.
He probably didn't think it was an emergency after
Yeah.
he delivered this much mail.
But Jumbo, what's going on at the downstream lately?
Well, I was out there last night. They had a pretty good band called Bobby D, I think.
Uh huh.
They during their break, I went up and threatened him. I said, "You're gonna do a Johnny." I said, "I want you to do a Johnny Cash song, but I don't want you to do."
Ring of Fire.
You did, Jimbo. Try
No,
that
no,
one.
Ray Farm did fine. Thank you.
Oh.
Every one of them does Folsom Prison.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, if you sing Folsom Prison, I'll get up and leave. I said, I always do. I said, I've got a thing against that. Now, I love the song, but I don't want everybody to do that.
Yeah.
I said, the man's got 50 albums. Do something else. Do A Boy Named Sue. You don't even have to sing. So he probably sang Ring of Fire. That was pretty good.
So was you there for? Well, what was that last big concert they had?
I don't know.
We haven't been one for a while. The Doobie Brothers were there.
Yeah, that's not who I'm
I
thinking
didn't go
of.
to that.
Shoot.
Was the Doobie Brothers the last one?
Well, maybe it was. So did you go to Doobie Brothers?
No, we didn't. Bought enough tickets for that. We'll probably go see.
I think you didn't need tickets.
Well, they've got to get tickets. They get
Oh.
tickets.
Okay.
They used to say what the value of them was, but anymore they just say zero. We'll probably go see the Tom Sawyer band.
Oh, that's got that.
Sawyer Brown.
Yeah, Sawyer. Okay.
Oak
What's
Ridge-
up? Now go
Oak
on.
Ridge is going to be down at Buffalo Road. About a
Okay.
month, I guess.
Yeah.
I went by and said them. It's been
Who
about
is?
40 years.
Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh.
Been a long
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
We saw them Worlds of Fun about like 1978.
I used to deliver to their promoters all the time.
Yeah, you be offered stuff, Mark.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, after the tornado, it blew the hell out of their house, and that was it. I don't know where they went.
They didn't put it back, or
I guess there's been something rebuilt there, but they're not living there.
now did that place promote a theater down there, or was whoever was
She
there?
was. They promoted the Oak Ridge Boys. Period.
That's
It
it.
didn't matter where they went.
They had an office in Joplin.
Well, they worked out of their house,
Oh,
and they would go on tour with them. I guess make take care of their investment or something.
That would be totally cool.
boy, would you see them on TV now? They sure look
Although I
old.
never did work
Uh-huh.
with pajamas, so.
Well, they are old.
True. Yeah, they were probably older than we were back then, I guess. So
Man, been to any Branson shows lately, or what?
been a long time since I've been to Branson.
You gonna go to any this year? Freaking Halloween wasn't even over. They were already advertising the Christmas show for Dolly Park.
Dolly's started the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
They
The
did
day
a news
before
story.
Halloween.
They did
The
a news
Christmas
story
show?
over it.
Yeah, yeah, they started it. Not just advertised, they were starting the goddamn thing.
Does she actually in it?
No,
No.
I think she's been to Branson once. That was for the opening of the theater.
Really?
That was it. I don't even know if she goes to Dollywood or not.
They may have gotten snow down there this weekend.
Really?
Did camera chips and everything on her? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thanks. What is Dirty Rabbit's situation now?
Yeah.
As in related to what?
Well, does he still work? Did he retire? Or?
Well, I saw him last night. He was, as far as I know, he's still working.
Yeah.
I asked him who was doing
What did
Dad.
Bill?
Right down the front.
Oh, jeez.
I asked him who was doing Dad's job now that he's retired. He said, well, mostly me and this other guy.
Yeah.
They just kind of cut out the middle of it. Whatever they put in the computer goes downtown.
Now, does he live out in the woods or something now? Or is he still in Sally's place there by?
I guess he's still in Southeast place. So.
Every once in a while.
I
yeah.
hadn't seen him in a long time, and then finally, I seen him once or twice a day ago. He went down there to see Reared Chicken or something.
Yeah.
Then,
Well, every once in a while on Facebook, I see something pop up about him, and he's got this. He's sitting on some cabin by the creek, or
yeah, he is an invitation. He doesn't live in town anymore. But he, about a week ago, we went over to Silverado to see a band. And then,
all right. Right.
but,
And these plates are pretty hot, so be careful, okay?
okay.
Thank you.
There you go. That's how you do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everything look good for you all?
Yep.
Want to grab you anything?
Do you need anything?
Not about all this.
You'll want more Diet Coke,
Okay, thanks.
just in case you didn't realize it.
Totally forgot. I was going to sub out my rice and beans.
Well, we're kind of out of practice.
Yeah.
And Thursday night, he said he was going to be at Indigo for the band down there.
Yeah.
Well, I got there about an hour late, and he was walking out when I got there. So he said it was just way too loud.
Huh.
And I liked the band that was playing there, but I said, well, if it's too loud for you, it's probably too loud for me, because you're just right on top of the band there. And so we just left.
Right.
Then he said he was coming over to Downstream last night, which he did.
Uh huh.
He hadn't been out there probably a year and a half or so.
Wow.
I guess he was on vacation this week. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Is the plant still shut down at Christmas? Or?
They're shut down so much anymore for
Thank
different
you.
things that I shouldn't think they would have to have a special shut down anymore. But
Now, what would happen in the past when you were there and they would shut down? You had to paint the pit or something?
well, you painted, you chipped crap off of stuff, you rebuilt anything that had an awful. Well, it's a 24-hour plant. It had a lot of wear. Anything that you didn't think would get through the next year, got rebuilt.
Now, working there at the pulper, you found some interesting items that people tossed out, to include with the paper. What do you think was the most interesting?
Well, I don't know about, because you didn't get everything. You probably didn't even hear about a lot of stuff people got.
Yeah.
But back when we got what we called super mix bales, they would come mostly from Famous Mar up in St. Louis,
Really?
long before we had a Famous Mar here.
Uh-huh.
And you never knew what you were going to find. Now, they were really popular bales. People would beg you to run
Oh, yeah.
those.
I mean, did
So-
people kind of like line up when they knew a certain bale was coming in? Or?
But they were also very trashy. So, a lot of plastic stuff.
Uh-huh.
I know my foreman, he'd do half my job if I'd let him run those things. I never found really a whole lot that really so much interested me, I guess, in those that I can recall anyway.
You had some jewelry or something, didn't you?
Not anything, I guess you would say, valuable jewelry anyway.
A lot of coupons.
Got most of those out of the Johnson Globe bales. You get your paper at home, and if it had a really good coupon, in a day or two, you'd have all of them. I know one of the girls that worked there at Nellens, we used quite a bit, to check out.
Uh-huh.
She lived right there by Ruth over at Webb City, about 2 doors down. And, their kids would be involved with each other. And she came over one day to Ruth and she said, that guy that's over here quite a bit, he comes in and chops with us quite a bit. She said, he's got an awful lot of coupons. Where does he get all those or something? She said, where does he work? So she said, well, he works out of Tamco. She said, well, that can't be it. Well, it was.
It was. She hadn't put two and two together there, huh?
Well, she would have had to know that we was making that rookie out of that.
Exactly, yeah.
Is Dylan's gonna come back at all?
Dillon's, the pharmacy, that's about it.
They keep talking like they're going to. They keep putting it in the paper that they're still looking at it.
Where they've started moving the utility poles over there on 20th Street where they were, closer to where the store was. It's because they're going to make that viaduct. And,
Well, has anybody got any plans to build in there where they were?
not that I know of.
I don't think the
The-
land's ever been for sale.
I don't think it has either.
Well, they can't put it back in there then. They'll lose the parking lot.
Well, they're going to lose, they're already going to lose. Plus, you'll have a bridge going right by, where your store is. So,
Well, what's the intent there? Are they going to go under the railroad track?
they're going to go over it. The bridge will go over the railroad track rather than the railroad track going over like they did on Connecticut.
Do they say there's too much work, you think, to go underneath it? Or
I think, if they were originally going to raise it over 15th and over 20th, and they decided that was too expensive, and there wasn't enough distance between 15th and 20th to raise it over one and not raise it over both. So they decided to build a bridge over one and say
You're only going to do one.
yeah, they're going to not do anything with 15.
Well,
I
it'll
didn't
probably
realize
prove
that.
to be like the Osho, there where they built the overpass over that railroad after all these years.
I haven't been down
They
there
had
to
the
see
town
that.
cut out. They had the town cut in half forever.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And everybody raved hell about it,
Yeah.
but nothing was being done.
yeah.
Now, it's really nice when they got they got that roundabout there. I hate roundabouts, but that one works, I guess.
Yeah. Have man been on the one on Stone's Corner?
No, haven't had any reason to go out there. They tell me it's a mess. It's 2 lanes, isn't it? Like
Uh-huh.
one there downstream.
Uh-huh.
Don't that cause problems?
Not that I've heard of, but
Well, I know they had one reasonably serious accident there not very long ago that somebody, I guess, on the inside lane decided they could go straight through or whatever, kind of like you do it downstream,
yeah.
Said that girl there that worked downstream hadn't told me she had an accident that day. It sure changed the way I did that one. Ever since they put that stupid service station in over there, man, it's drove me crazy now.
Well, I was thinking about doing a couple of Dirty Rabbit stories.
All right, what do you got in mind?
Well, did I say anything about the one about the rabbit and the Jehovah's Witness?
I don't think I know this.
You don't know that? You wasn't there for that one. Okay, here we go. Well, you remember the feather off CB radio?
Are you talking about if you dropped your feather?
No, her name, her handle was Feather.
Feather. Who was that? Well, did you know who? Do we know who she was?
Her name was Vonnie.
Bonnie?
Vonnie with a V.
How old was Bonnie girl?
She's a year and a half older than me, something like that.
Where did she live?
On Texas, she drove a white Ford Maverick.
Bonnie. I kind of remember that
and
name.
her handle was the Feather. Don't remember, huh?
No descriptive feather, just feather.
Well, I asked her about that one time, and she said it was she was needing a handle for her her CB or a name for her CB handle, and she was wearing these jeans. They were Feather Lights or something like that. You got something right here. And so she decided, to go with the Feather. Anyway, so she was. This is when I lived in McKinley. She was over at my house, and the rabbit, of course, only lived like a block and a half away, and he came by. And this was right around the 4th of July. And you remember Ombre, the dog?
A real dog or
Yes, real
Ombre?
Ombre.
Whose dog was that?
Yeah, well,
Anyway, we still doing okay out here?
yeah, everything's great.
Yeah? All right.
Maybe I need a refill on my Coke,
More
please.
Coke for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Anyway, so Ombre the dog was just a mutt dog, but kind of black and white, mutt,
Yeah.
pretty much. And of course, we had a chain link fence. Everyone, had a chain link fence back there. So, Rabbit's over in the house with me and Feather, and we. It's around the 4th of July, and next thing we know, the dog. We're just sitting there in the living room cutting up, and we hear the dog raising a fit, and we look up. Well, here's this Jehovah Witness guy
Yeah.
wanting to hand out pamphlets. Well, the dog won't let him pass the gate. He wanted to come up.
It's not your dog, but he still protects your house.
Well, yeah, it's on my dog. Ombre Ombre lived at the house.
Was your dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so the dog.
We have to fill this one too now.
We look out and we see what's going on. So I go to the door, and this guy starts going on, through trying to make himself heard over the dog. Because there's probably about 15 feet between the door, and the gate.
Well, you thought he just went on or
Well,
something.
yeah,
Did
no, heck no. Once they see they got someone at the door, they don't
Oh,
want to let
yeah,
you're.
yeah.
So anyway, the dog's going on, and I'm just kind of standing there at the door looking at him, and
Thank you.
Rabbit goes and finds this Uncle Sam hat, red, white, and blue, and sparkling. I don't know if Dad had got it or something, for something going on the 4th of July or whatever.
Well, are you trying to get the guy to move on now, or?
Well, no.
Have you invited him in, or?
No, heck no. I was just kind of standing there staring at him. But I'm still basically inside the house. So Rabbit gets that hat and puts it on, and he has a partial two front teeth.
Right.
Well, and you've seen him stick them out, so he looks buck tooth. So he hikes his pants up to his chest, puts on that hat, sticks his teeth out, and kind of pushes past me and goes out in the yard and just kind of starts marching around. between me and this Jehovah's Witness guy.
Okay.
And then
Has anybody even addressed this guy yet?
no.
I mean,
No, the guy's just standing there, saying he wants to talk to us and everything. And, like I
just
say,
one person? They very seldom come on their own.
well, that's the, those other people that come on bikes, that go with,
Oh,
the
the
dynamic
older
duo.
people? Yeah.
But anyway, this guy was he was an older guy. And so he's standing there trying to get me to take a pamphlet.
Not
And,
the right thing.
And Rabbit's out
You're
there.
better off take the pamphlet,
Oh, not this time. So, and Rabbit's out there marching around, and back and forth, kind of in a circle. And then Feather comes out. She says, "Bruce, you're not supposed to be out there. Someone might get hurt." So then Rabbit, looks at her and kind of comes in, like a dog that's done something wrong. The guy left at about that point. I guess he figured, he something bad was going to happen to him. That was he never came around again. I can tell you that.
Well, that caught me off guard this week because they came a few times and I didn't answer the door. That early in the morning I just had no function. So, but the good thing about it is they usually come about 10 o'clock. So, I got a pretty good idea it's them on Saturday.
On Saturday, okay.
So, although they've been there at least 4 or 5 times, and I'm not answering. I don't know how far they drive, because they come out there, I guess, just to see me. It's not like they're stopping every house.
They feel pretty special.
And so I don't know how far they have to come just, to try me, and then they just drive right back out. Well, they probably would get tired of driving all the way out there just to try to find me.
Right.
If they're going to just knock on my door, then leave again. So they were there Saturday, and I didn't answer the door. They left, and they showed back up Monday. That's the first time they've ever done that, I think. Come back that soon.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure who it was, but I thought surely it ain't them. They're in a different car, So I answered the door, sure enough, it's them.
Hi, hello, dear. How are you? Good.
How are you, kiddo?
Where have you guys been?
You're there in yonder, mostly
Yeah.
yonder.
What do you think about this weather?
Well, it's quite different from what we had the last time we was here.
Yes. It's cold.
Well,
We didn't have much
that-
trick-or-treaters.
That time of year.
We got a lot of candy left over. I'm like, you guys need to get that candy away from me.
Exactly.
It's gonna make me sick. Do you want some more
Exactly.
chips or you?
You want to
I
freshen up
think
the
we're
chips?
good. I think
Oh,
we're
because
good.
we got quite a few over here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's good to see you. I'll
Good
take
to
care
see you,
of
hon. See ya.
They,
Forgot about this pile over here.
Well, it's not exactly all right, is it?
It is now. Half of it.
did you have trick or treaters last night? You guys
No.
used to get a lot of them.
Well, the dog can't stand company. Well, she, I mean, she loves it, but she just goes nuts.
When the doors.
If we had people coming every couple of minutes, you know, it would. So we just
Well, you could put the dog in the garage or
we went out. Well, she knows they're there.
So,
We went out and got a pizza, turned out all the lights, and watched the movie.
But there really wasn't any in the neighborhood, though.
I
You
didn't
know,
see
you-
a one except
You used to see them, all the time in the neighborhood. But the three, at least two of the churches there on 26th in Connecticut had that trunk, and
Trunk or
trunk or
treat.
treat.
they had that, and there
I
was
saw somebody on
lots
Facebook
and
talking about
lots
trunk or
of
treat. I thought that was just something they made up.
We still doing okay?
Yeah, everything's great.
You
Thank
gonna
you.
share any dessert or anything out here today?
I'll need a to-go box,
A
the
small
bigger one.
box for you?
I'll need the bigger one.
All right. All right.
That'll be
Did
it.
you want something?
No. I had a guy I work with was telling me he lives out in the Wildwood. You know where that is?
Is it out there like where
South
Liv
Range
used to go
line.
to church? You're talking about Leawood.
Wildwood.
There was a Wildwood out west of town there in Central City.
Oh, you're thinking of the Wildwood Ranch. You know that old
Well,
great.
the Wildwood Baptist Church was out there. I know Lips used to go to it.
No,
Wildwood Christian
the
Church.
Wildwood Baptist Church, 20th and Rain. That's
That's Wildwood
20th and
Christian
Rain.
Church that Lips went to out there.
I didn't know there was one out there. Anyway, the Wildwood community, it's a bunch of $300,000 up, $300,000 and higher houses. You know, as you go down Pump Station Hill,
Yeah.
about halfway down it, it's actually just south of
Silver Creek.
not Silver Creek. What's that other place? Southern Hills. It kind of adjoins Southern Hills.
Okay.
But anyway, he lives. You know, there's a bunch of really, really, really nice houses through there. And he was telling me. He said, we don't get much. We don't have very many kids in the neighborhood. Small kids.
Yeah.
You know, most of them are older people that's old enough. You know, they've made.
Box for you over there.
Thank
sir.
you.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop these off for you all.
Okay, that's right.
I'll be your cashier whenever you're ready. No rush.
Okay.
There you are. Okay.
All right. We're back to having to have a separate thing for each. What you call it, huh?
Did we not specify they were all together, or what do you do?
Well, that's probably.
Well,
100%.
remember they used to to get the queso coupons, you had to have a separate.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Anyway. Oh, okay. So he was saying, not very many kids, but there's a lot of money in the place because the people don't. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when we were kids, though, you'd go to the high dollar houses
Well, yeah, that's
so
what
you
he
get
was
the good
saying.
stuff,
He's saying there's not hardly any kids. He said, but the churches, they'll bus the kids in.
Oh, well, I've never seen that.
Bus, van, whatever, to so that they they go
The Devil's
places.
Holiday, the church buses kids.
Exactly. he said last year it had $150 worth of candy, right out the door.
Did he run out, or
Yeah. I mean,
so what did he do after that? Give him money?
I guess
Turn the light out.
turn the porch light out, and
$150 worth of candy.
And it's all because of people that the kids that are being imported in by the churches.
Well, it used to be a big deal. I don't go up to Staub Hill, and see what you could do. But
Yeah,
well,
Our
are these
neighborhood-
houses pretty far spread out?
our neighborhood. Well, some of kind of, sort of, and then kind of, sort of not. It depends on what part you're in. Our neighborhood used to be very, very busy during.
Yeah, I know you used to get about 150 of them
Wow.
or something, it seemed like, and I'd maybe get 20 or 30 over there when I lived on Murphy.
Uh-huh.
And then it got to where, you didn't even get that,
Exactly.
Well, then I'd go out and, I always tried to buy real good stuff. If I was going to have it left over, I wasn't going to have crap,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't remember hearing about any, real big. There's usually, several places that do things, hoping to attract a bunch of kids.
Right.
This trunk or treat thing, what's the trunk part of it?
The car, you open up the trunk of your car.
It's almost like a tailgating party for Halloween.
Exactly. That's
You open
exactly
up the trunk
what
of
it
your
is.
car. I mean,
You decorate it.
And I guess the kids go from car to car. Or truck or...
in the neighborhood, you put
No,
your...
no. It's on the church lot.
Yeah.
So that you've got plenty of parking. And then each car is like a home.
And the kids just walk from car to car.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, they were going to do one of those on the square. I was surprised that I could actually get through the square
Yeah.
to get home.
Is this the first year they've done this trunk?
No,
thing?
it's been around for years.
I
It just seems to get a little more popular.
Didn't ever
You know,
heard of such thing.
The churches don't want to call it trick or Halloween. They don't want to call it trick or treat. But you do this exact same thing as if it were. So, what's the point of that? Harvest Fest, trunk or treat, fall fun night or something.
Kindergarten had Halloween parties. Everyone else had harvest.
Yeah,
parties.
there you go.
The term Halloween, what does that actually mean? Is it
All Hallows Eve.
is that like a translation thing?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. It's an Americanization of All Hallows Eve.
Well, now tonight is
Instead of saying Hallows Eve, we Americanized it to Halloween.
tonight though is like what, All Saints Day or something? Isn't it?
All Souls or All Saints.
So,
All Saints and then All Souls Day's the next day.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know how that. It's more the religious holiday though, isn't it? All
Yep.
Saints Day.
I think it's
So I
just.
don't know what it attributes to or anything like that. But
I don't know how it coincides with Halloween. No, other than maybe.
It's ghosty.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to say that some of her distant relatives would set the table, and
I'll be right back.
but they'd set the table like different places.
Oh yeah, as if someone set the
but
place
they'd
for a
take
dead
the
relative.
chairs away. There was no chairs. It was
That's
all,
weird.
all the table. Something
They
about
had a place setting, but no chair, no place to sit.
or something about the
the place setting was for who?
A dead relative.
for the dead relatives to come. It was a welcome thing. It
You
was
set up, you put
it was a
food
good
out and
thing.
everything. And how long did you leave it there before you decide they're
I guess till it got
not gonna
cold.
eat it?
well,
Or did somebody else eat
They
it?
figured they-
all night.
figured by
and
the time
maybe
it got
then I guess
cold, they
you
ain't gonna
eat it
show
in the
up.
morning.
But if they showed up, they had to stand up and eat.
Well, I can't remember. There was something about the chairs. I can't remember what it was. That's been too long ago.
I remember something about that. You take the chairs away.
I can't remember
That
what
would
it
be,
was.
to me, really unusual. Because if you had little kids, are going to want to get in there and get that food.
Exactly. Or the dog or something.
Well, Ray Stevens did that setting up for the dead
Joe sent me in his place.
You kind of understand, maybe. But even that must have been weird, to sit up with the dead all night, because they didn't
Oh, the
want to sit
wakes?
there by
Oh,
themselves,
my God, yeah. Dad used to talk about wakes. And, they would do that, when he was a younger guy.
But they'd actually sit up with them all night.
Oh yeah, he said that someone would die. Instead of taking to the funeral
Wow,
home,
that is a very
You went,
wonderful picture of her.
found a door in the house, took the hinge pins out, took the door off the frame, set it between two chairs, laid the dead old boy there, and then someone stayed up with him.
Did one person stay up with them usually?
Usually just one, yeah. He said he knew a guy.
Thank you. Grab these out of here
This
for
guy,
you.
so
Thank you. Laura, are you done?
the old boy had died, and they had him laid out there on the chair between the
you.
or on the
Enjoy the
door
rest of your
between the
weekend,
two
okay?
chairs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
And in the middle of the night, they had some guy.
Now, did the funeral home prepare them before they put them on that.
They were
wall?
not required to embalm back then, like they are now. Well, you have to if
So
you're
you
not,
cut out the funeral home guy altogether if you wanted to.
exactly.
Well, who did the burying then?
Well, I guess
I mean, could you,
I guess someone dug a hole, and then
Well, they never talked about that.
No, they never did.
You know, all it was the way.
Yeah, the wake
So they-
was the big thing.
They had to do.
you'd have to do it right away if you weren't going to embalm them. You'd have to.
But see, here's the thing. Dad said they was
Never
in
heard the rest
the
of
middle of
the
the
story.
night, and since he wasn't embalmed, well, the gases started
Yeah,
building up in him, and this guy starts whistling. It's just air escaping through it. And the old boy jumped up. Oh my God, Billy's alive! And he runs out. He's upstairs. Tries to go down the steps, falls down, and breaks his leg.
Well,
What's this? Did you do that?
No.
It's an email. No.
I don't know. I just looked at my email unless you requested a
No.
receipt, and I read it. I don't understand why people ask for that.
Okay, that's a good deal. And even now, you don't have to embalm if you either cremate or bury within 24 hours. But that's
Well, they would embalm
that's the
people
limit.
who cremate them, would they?
They used to
Well,
bury people in the backyard.
why? I mean, I understand, the legality thing. You don't want people just disappearing. Maybe, but I don't see why it's a big deal if you want to bury somebody in your yard instead of
You
paying.
can.
You can, or you
yeah,
can't.
well, yeah,
I didn't think you could.
I think you can.
Jeff's great.
I know there are, like there's
Well,
that
he
place
was.
over
I
there.
don't know if he's still in there now.
Where's that little cemetery thing at, or whatever? It's in somebody's yard over there around Broadway somewhere.
Flavors
yeah.
is that?
It's all grown over now.
You what?
It's flavors.
Well, you can get permission on there. You can call it or whatever. You
So
get
there's
permission
the
to go in there.
Uh huh.
If you just want to go through it, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know legally you can't prevent people from coming to a place where people are buried.
I didn't know that.
Like there's a cemetery down there on.
Well, they can set hours. That most of them don't want you in there at 3 in the morning or something.
Well, I think all the city cemeteries probably close at sunset, don't they? I mean, like
I know this one over here does. Fairview, not Fairview. What's this one called over here?
Parkway or
Parkway or Park something.
Park something. Anyway.
Yeah.
Used to be the Black Cemetery.
Well, the Black Cemetery is across from it.
Well, that's one of the park. This is Osborne.
No,
Osborne's on the west side, and that Parkway thing's on the east side.
is that it? Okay.
Across the road,
Oh, yeah, that's
street.
Osborne. Fairview's down at 13th and Maiden Lane.
Right.
Okay. Osborne. Yeah, Osborne. Segregated cemeteries. Yeah.
But I didn't know if they.
Parkway is a little circle. Randy and I used to always go and visit the Parkway, and there's a tombstone there, Minnie Piles.
I remember that, yeah. I remember you go in there late at night or whatever, and it really was
You really thought about
pretty weird on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you-
I do to an extent.
I
It
didn't
was
even
metal.
think about it. Just
You remember going out to the Ku Klux Klan cave, right?
That's what I was going to
Okay,
tell you.
yeah.
I needed to
How many
talk about.
times have you been to the Ku Klux Klan cave? Many.
Lots of times, yeah.
Rode your motorcycle through
Yes.
Exactly. You can't get to it off of Bell Center Road anymore.
I know
Did
you
that?
can. Well, some mining outfit had it or whatever. And I know the first time we went out there, these guys stopped us, there in the road. Said, you can't come down here no more. But I think that eventually,
It's a spook cave now. You got to get to it
There was
off
a
of
what?
It was a haunted attraction.
but can you get into it now?
Yeah, well, you got to pay.
Hey,
Yes.
there used to be another way to get to it, 'cause I know,
Well, you could cross Center Creek.
yeah,
Off
but
of,
it wasn't a big deal, to cross it there, We,
No.
it was shallow enough.
Yeah,
get
you
across
could
it
ride a
there.
bike or your motorcycle, whichever.
Now, can you still go that way?
I don't know. I didn't try
Well,
that.
if they're charging you, where are they charging you at on that other road?
You gotta go down to past where you used to turn and go like you're going to is it Stringtown or Smithfield? Smithfield.
Well, that would be out west of Carl Junction.
South. Well, south and west.
Yeah.
I need to show that.
And then there's this new road they've made that kind of
Well, that's way out west. I mean, I didn't think it was that
yeah.
far out west. I
Yeah.
thought,
yeah.
actually, I ain't been there so long, I'm not really
There's
sure.
kind of a new housing area, there.
Yeah, you
And then-
used to
and
be able
finally-
to go north on Central City Road
Finally-
and an angled off.
Yeah,
Now, is that the way to go across the creek?
no,
or-
across the creek you got where is it P Highway? P Highway where it splits off to the left and goes
Which is
toward the
Central
Kansas
City
state
Road,
line.
yeah.
And then right around there somewhere you could. Center Creek was Turkey Creek was real close, and you could just kind
Well, there
of.
used to be a place you could go down the road and you turn left off into this field kind of thing. And then there was a pretty serious hill that you had to go down, kind of a double-decker hill.
I don't remember that.
And then you would come into where that long tunnel was,
Yeah.
that was just darker crap,
Yeah.
That would take you clear down. If you went clear down that tunnel, you came into the main chamber.
Right.
But that's we take our motorcycles.
But
up
anyway,
down that
you
hill.
come in from a road that's way west of the cave. I didn't go into the cave. I just went to where the entrance
a
was.
road that's on the west of the cave.
Yeah, they've made it.
Oh,
It's been made in probably the last 10 years or something.
okay.
I was real disappointed. You couldn't go down that road. And it was real easy to get to.
Was that mining company the one that's doing this, whatever it is?
I don't know.
Do you have any idea what it costs to get one?
$10.
Was it? It's $10
Per person?
Yeah.
Can you stay to your heart's content?
Well, I doubt it. They probably herd you through there like a bunch of cattle, and then
I don't want to be herded through.
Well,
I want to be on my own.
yeah, I
Well,
would too.
doubt
But
they'd let you do that.
yeah, but there was a lot of good times down
Well,
at the,
there were places. I know there was one place there, you could crawl back into this
With that to jump.
orifice there at the side,
Uh-huh.
and it kept getting tighter. Well, I wasn't going into that. That's one of those things. You get hung up in there. Nothing else should be on the national news or something.
Yeah,
But, I don't know what they would do to try to get you out. You don't want them drilling down next to you and stuff.
exactly.
They I can't. Well, where'd you hear about this? They're charging you thing.
Well, we
Has
was.
that been on the news? or-
There's a signsmith place at 15th and Wisconsin.
What
I guess
kind of a
it is.
place?
Sign. It makes signs. He calls himself the signsmith.
Oh,
It's
it ain't
either-
Will Heights or.
No. This guy's name's Rush. I can't think of his first name right offhand. But anyway, he had one. They had like a step van parked out in front of it, and he had made the sign for it. They call it the Belleville Spook Cave or something. And
Well,
I thought it was Bell Evil.
Bell Evil. Instead of Belleville, they made it Bell Evil.
What do they think that it's
I don't know.
bad karma to call it Ku Klux Klan?
Well, it's probably politically incorrect, would be my
Who
guess.
gives a crap?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
I mean, that's part of the attraction. To us, it
Exactly.
was anyway.
exactly.
If you
they're
had called it the spook cave, we'd thought maybe some asshole went out and dug it up. It wasn't even a cave before.
I don't have a picture of that truck anymore.
But I forgot about that. We took a picture. I did too, but I bet I don't have it.
But that's what it said was.
But that's that was the story.
Now you saw the sod.
Yeah, and I thought, well, yeah, I know where that is, and so
Does
we
it
tried to
have-
find it by how I used to get to it.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. So then we ended up having to, put in the address that had been on the side of the truck, and it led us all the way around,
Yeah.
to things I didn't know had been built yet.
Well, speaking on a related topic,
Okay.
I had read a paper for a couple of days, like last night a little bit this morning. They had a thing that what's that Brad guy on Channel 16 or something?
Oh, I never watched
He
this.
said the end of the spook flight, watch this on Brad Speaks, or whatever crap they call it.
Uh huh.
Well, I didn't see it because I didn't know about it until today. It was on Thursday night. I don't know. I don't know if he said when you go out there now you can't find it or what. But
Really?
anyway, it said the end of the spook flight like it doesn't exist
Oh,
anymore.
I don't believe that crap for a minute.
Well, I imagine that'd be the kind of thing to get you to watch the show, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Ever since they paved that road, I'm not. I know the spook light is still there because I've seen it.
Yeah.
But
Well, that YouTube I've got of it was after the road was paved.
is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I know when we went down to see B.J. Thomas down there, Buffalo Road, we saw it that night.
Uh huh.
Uh, those people from Springfield went down there looking for it last week. They said they never did see it, but I said, "Are you sure you're in the right place?" He said, "Well, I was on Gov Road." And I said, "Well, he could have done it."
Exactly.
But his granddaughter wanted to see it. I said, "Well," "so where did you stop?" He said, "Well, we didn't stop when you kept driving." I said, "That won't work either. They don't like that." I mean, although I have seen it, that night Bruce called me out there and it was huge. There wasn't nothing facing it that night. It just was there for the duration. But now I would imagine it's probably pretty busy out there last night, even though it's cold.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I bet you're right.
But I wonder if you looked up, you think that thing that Brad
You
does?
might like that.
Yeah, I see that. I like that. The thing that he did, Thursday night, you think they've got that on the website? Like,
Who did?
that thing, he's sitting in
Surely
the
they
end of the
do.
spook line. You think you can get
Oh.
that on, I don't know if it'd be on YouTube or
It's probably on their
the Joplin
website.
page, what do they call it, Four States homepage or whatever it is.
I bet it's on.
Well, I don't seem to have a picture of that truck.
What truck's that?
That guy did.
You have a picture of that sign you're talking about?
That's what I was telling you about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. It was on like a bread truck. Like a
Oh, you
van,
mean like a driving around
like a step.
sign?
Yeah, exactly. It was, it was on the side of a step van.
Well, I thought they made a sign for
It had
to put out there.
had a skeleton in the driver's seat, and it had this evil clown sticking up out of the roof. And I guess I don't have it.
Well, I think that's a bunch of crap.
That's
that you would-
amazing.
Someone bought it, and
Well, but I guess it's up to you. Do what you do. But,
Exactly.
Well, they were supposed to have a 100-year lease, so that was always the story that the Ku Klux
Is
Klan
that
had a
right?
100-year lease.
maybe 100 years up, huh?
It may be because it started. But but this mining company, I didn't know if this mining company was actually dealing with the cave or they were dealing with the land around it,
Probably the land around it, because
but just didn't want you in there.
yeah.
But I'm really glad that whenever we were kids, whatever,
Oh yeah, gosh,
that we
it was a
could
great
go out
place.
there.
Great place to go.
Of course, you know about how much respect we had for places we weren't supposed to
Exactly,
go.
yeah.
I mean, it's just you couldn't help but go
Yeah.
someplace.
All they had to do is say you're not supposed to be there, and we were there.
I mean, the water meets wheel thing. That was on private property.
Yeah.
We do that, but there are things that take priority over
Yeah.
that. And as long as we weren't causing any harm.
Well,
by
we did,
God,
but that was
we
it.
didn't cause any harm to that.
Well, not a much, no.
But I thought the guy should have felt special because there were places we caused harm to,
Exactly.
but we didn't cause him any harm.
Well, we're going to wrap up this session of Lunch with Jumbo, number 7. All 5 or 6 of you maybe that might listen, hope you enjoyed yourself and tune in again sometime. Thank you.